Good evening, good evening. Just a little bit of knowledge ahead of hand. You'll probably get about 10 minutes tops out of me tonight. I am beat. I am feeling rough. Don't know what happened. It's not like I felt super great today, but I don't know. Earlier, I was feeling kind of snacky, and I made some cinnamon bread and made some icing to go on the cinnamon bread and started to eat some of it. And while I was eating, I just kind of started to feel And then as the evening progressed, it just got worse and worse. And I have no idea. I mean, I don't feel like nauseous, like I'm sick to my stomach or anything. I'm just really tired, really wore out, really sore. I don't feel sick in a, upset stomach kind of way or anything like a flu or nothing like that. Just completely exhausted. So, and I shouldn't be. So, I don't know what's up with that. I do wish I had some neat little devices like glucose meter and blood oxygen. What the hell do they call those things? One of those thingies to take my oxygen. Pulse oximeter. I think it's called a pulse oximeter. Anyway, I wished I had some of those tools, but I don't. They were put on a to get list and just never to gotten. So. Anyway, I didn't have any idea what to name tonight's show. Like I said, I was feeling kind of rough, and I was kind of letting the day go on before I scheduled the show because I wanted to see if there was anything in the news in particular that I needed to, focus on. I know Ukraine shot missiles at Russia. I will spend a little bit of time to talk about that, but again, you'll probably have me about 10 minutes tonight, tops, and that'll be it. As you know, Ukraine had shot 6 ATACMS missiles into Russia. What's being claimed is that 5 of them were neutralized, were shot down, and the 6th one was damaged. So I don't know what that necessarily means. I take it as they had somewhat of a hit on it with an anti-air device, and it took it down out of the sky, but it didn't take it out in the same form and fashion that the system is designed to do. So, in other words, it didn't just completely obliterate. So, I know I saw some videos, some pictures. I don't know if it was of the wreckage from the one that they just apparently disabled. Don't know. So parts was raining down at a military base, from my understanding, and I assume that's what the pictures were that I saw. So now there's a lot of people out there that's really, really, really beating the World War III drum. And I'm not saying it's not something that we shouldn't have in the back of our heads. But don't go flipping out. Last night, I was very careful with how I worded things. I try to be. I try to be careful with how I word things, and I try to be as in-depth as I can when it comes to different situations or what little things could affect a situation one way or another. One of the things that I had said is that, if Russia was able to just knock them out of the air, there was really no serious harm done, Russia might not respond very hastily in that case. I said, but if Ukraine got one in and made it count, all bets are off. And I think that's still the case. I think that's very much the case. And I don't expect you're going to see anything large scale from this first provocation with the attackums. But I will say this. Zelensky spoke today and alluded to that he had the approval to use the weapons from, I believe it was UK and France, if I'm not mistaken. It seems like Germany and Italy are still kind of holding out on giving him the green light for using the long-range missiles in Russian territory. So, but apparently UK and France is on board. The US is who makes that call, from my understanding, from everything I've read, and I read it in several different sources, that it's more or less the US's call. And the reason why is because we're the ones that provide the... I mean, it said it right in these articles, that we are the ones that provide them with the targeting data. So, I mean, nothing like just admitting culpability, you know? But, so it wasn't said like in stone one way or another that we're going to start using French and UK weapons now too, but it kind of alluded to that idea. So just keep an eye on things. It seems like they're trying to pressure Italy and Germany into getting the green light to use their long-range weapons inside of Russian territory. So keep an eye on that, because what I suspect is that what they're going to try to do is use a combination of weapons from all four entities in this case, to try to overwhelm, much like Iran has sent a bunch of drones and missiles to overcome the Iron Dome. I think it's going to be somewhat the same attempt, and they very well may be able to get one in and make it count. So, I mean, if you look at it, they shot 6, 5 was successfully taken out, and the 6th one, not so much. They hit it, they disabled it, but, that's still not a complete interception, or however you want to word it. So, what about 15? If 15 of them were launched, or, 25, 30, you can launch enough that you're going to get some through. So that's the scenario that I would keep an eye out for. Because I have a feeling if they blacken Russia's eye, Russia's going to blacken both of theirs. And, again, I think it would be a time to, and the words shock and awe come to mind. And I got to thinking about it a little bit more, and I don't know that Putin would hit a place populated with civilians like a city, but I could certainly see him take out a military base. I mean, just completely level a military base and everybody on it. We'll see. That's all we can do. Unfortunately, we got some very evil people in some very powerful positions. Somebody, I mean, it's going to sound strange that I mention this along with all the other stuff, but hang on here. Okay, Jersey Mike's Subs was acquired by Blackstone, right? The same cats that keep buying up property and stuff like that, houses and all that stuff. And we need to keep a close eye on this, a real close eye on this, because you've got all these big companies, corporations, and all these big people like Bill Gates buying up a whole lot of stuff that's kind of necessary for us to, now we don't all have to go to Jersey Mike's. In fact, we don't even have any around here that I know of. But, how long is it before he buys out Subway? What's the one place? Panera or whatever? That's what a lot of these big corporations are doing. They are literally buying up the market. They're buying up entire markets and then controlling the market, because all of the antitrust laws that we used to have that used to protect us have been blown to hell. Speaking of that, the U.S. is supposedly moving to break up Google. They're going to, I guess, make them sell the Chrome browser, I guess. Like, that's really gonna help. If you want to do something, I would say that the U.S. needs to go after YouTube. I think maybe they need to make YouTube go somewhere else. But a lot of that's probably personal bias, and but I just think that would be the better move. I don't think Chrome is gonna put much of a dent in them. I mean, really, honestly, I don't. That's just their browser. That's not the search engine itself, and it's not YouTube. It's not any of their other very lucrative ventures owned by the Alphabet company. Yeah, just a browser. So, I don't know. I think that's, more than anything, I think that's virtue signaling. It's not really doing anything to do any right. So, anyway, I don't know of anything else to, like I say, I pretty much said the long and short of what I really wanted to say this evening, which, don't flip out about what's going on right now about Ukraine's attack into Russia. Let's see how tonight goes. See what happens and kind of go from there. Right now is certainly not a time to be too concerned, though. It's not. Like I keep saying, if you hear your phone start sending out that emergency broadcast tone and it's not your ringtone like it is mine, then that's when you need to worry. And even then, you don't worry, you respond. So, it's, I think we're coming up to a point in time where people are really going to get tired of all the doom and gloom all the time. And I think I'm starting to see it. Like I've said before, I think I see the pushback on many of the different prepping channels and stuff like that. There's a lot of pushback now about all the doom and gloom and end of the world and all of that stuff. And that's just, that's kind of the natural flow of the way the politics is turning and stuff like that. So I've done news for just over a decade now, and I got a pretty good feel for it. I understand that very few people really want the truth. Very few people. Most people want their ears to be tickled. And, I've watched it go back and forth. I've had it go back and forth right here on the Watchman News for like 11 years now. So, kind of, it is what it is. And I'm good with it. Bear Independent used to have a thing he used to always say about, he'd rather have, what was it, the 4 quarters philosophy, right? He'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. Same, except I don't change because, I do make it popular and get a little bit of money in the bank and think that I'm a household star. Anyway, we won't go there. It's humorous to me. It is. It's kind of humorous to me. It's sad. It's saddening. It's disappointing. because he was doing so much good and helping so much people, and now he's really promoting. You know, if you're walking in the Father's way, you're not supposed to be promoting consumerism and pride and ego and all that stuff. There's just no two ways about it. You can't, you can only serve one master. You can only serve one master. I know damn well who I serve. And if that means I don't hardly have any subscribers, any viewers, I'm certainly good with that. And I will absolutely look to the Father and say, I'm a witness to this. I'm a witness to all of those that don't want to hear the truth. I'm a witness to all of those that lie. I don't care if I'm the smallest, teeniest, bitty dot on the entire planet. As long as at the end of my life, I'm sitting by the Father's hand. That's the only thing that matters to me. It's the only thing that matters to me. So anyway, I am going to get out of here. I am beat. I am feeling rough. God willing, I will be back tomorrow evening, hopefully feeling much better and making it through a full show. So I hope y'all have a good one. As always, shalom.